News Services Division of All India Radio presents Employment News.
Welcome to the program Employment News. I am Pragya Devra and with me is Renu Kataria.
Today we will be discussing about some vacancies in RBS College Agra, National Zoological Park, ICAR Krishi Vigyan Kendra Bapuji Sevak Samaj Santhanpara and Employee State Insurance Corporation. But before that, let's listen to an interview that was taken by Pragya.
Today, let's find out about a registered valuer. For this, we have with us Dr Navrang Sen, a whole-time member, Insolvency and Bankruptcy Board of India. He is presently looking after Registration and Monitoring Wing and is also in charge of the Legal Affairs Division and Establishment Division. So Dr. Sen, could you tell us what are the roles and responsibilities and the functions that a registered valuer performs?
The valuation profession has a long history in India, probably of about a century. It has been primarily driven by users of valuation services. Different statutes, banking, securities, tax, company, insolvency require valuation for a variety of purposes. The users generally focused on demand side, what needs to be valued, who can render valuation services and the manner of such valuation. They did not focus on supply side of valuation services. The self-regulating valuation professional organizations, or we call them VPOs, have generally tried to build expertise to meet the needs of users. Institution of Valuers, which came up in 1968, is probably the first VPO in the country and probably the largest one. With the cooperation and guidance of a few practicing valuers, Sardar Patel University commenced master's course in real estate valuation and in plant and machinery valuation in 1994. A few other academic institutions offer short and long-term courses on valuation. The course consider valuation as experts in their field and recognize the evidentiary value of their opinion. Though the profession has developed as an independent, multidisciplinary profession for many practitioners of valuation, it is a part-time vocation, often as an extension of their primary vocation or profession. Several attempts made to provide an institutional framework in the past fizzled out as not all stakeholders could be on the same page. Recently, the government constituted a committee for institutionalization of the profession, which has given its report along with draft valuation bill. The company's Registered Valuers and Valuation Rules 2017, we call them valuation rules in brief, made under the Companies Act 2013, provides a centralized institutional framework for development and regulation of valuation profession, though its remit is limited to valuations required under the Insolvency and Bankruptcy Code 2016 and the Companies Act 2013. It provides two-tier regulatory architecture where IBBI, which has been designated as an authority, acts as principal regulator while multiple competing registered valuer organizations, we call them RVOs, act as frontline regulators.
If someone wants to become a registered valuer, how do they go about it?
The valuation rules broadly follows the model of insolvency profession. An individual having specified qualification and experience needs to enroll with a registered valuer organization or RVO, then complete the educational course conducted by the RVO, pass the examination conducted by IBBI and subsequently seek registration with IBBI as a valuer. The valuation rules also provide for valuation standards and code of conduct for valuers. While a few universities offer specialized courses in valuation, the Insolvency and Bankruptcy Board of India has made available a very detailed world-class study material for two asset classes, namely land and building and plant and machinery, prepared by the Center for Valuation Studies Research and Training Association. It has also made available study material for the asset class securities or financial assets prepared by Institution of Valuers.
So, if someone becomes a registered valuer, what are the positives that you foresee?
As regards career opportunities, I would like to intimate that under IBC, in a corporate insolvency resolution process, An IP is required to appoint two valuers to give fair value and liquidation value. In case of liquidation, if the liquidator is of the opinion that fresh valuation is required, he appoints two registered valuers to determine the realizable value of the assets or business of the corporate debtor. Apart from IBC, various other enactments require services provided by valuers. Some of them are the Banking Regulation Act 1949, the Wealth Tax Act 1957, the Income Tax Act 1961, the SURFACE Act 2002, the FEMA 1999, the Black Money, Undisclosed Foreign Income and Assets Imposition of Tax Act 2015, the Securities and Exchange Board of India Act 1992, and the Companies Act 2013. Today, valuations take place for investment decisions, litigation, tax and strategic planning initiatives, mergers and acquisitions, restructuring, employee stock ownership plans and incentive stock options. The profession is having pervasive presence across all sectors and has importance for both decision making and compliance requirements and good future prospects.
Thank you very much, Dr. Seni, for giving us an overview about the history of this profession, how it's evolved, and the future that lies before a registered valuer.
Thank you.
Now let's move to the next segment.
In this segment, we tell you about some of the recruitment vacancies that have been advertised and matters connected to it.
RBS College Agra invites applications for the following post in the Krishi Vigyan Kendra sponsored by ICAR at Avagarh ETA campus, purely temporary but likely to continue on plan-to-plan basis. One post of Subject Matter Specialist Home Science, one post of Subject Matter Specialist Agriculture Extension, one post of Program Assistant Computer, one post of Assistant. Applications should reach the office of the Principal, RBS College, Agra through speed or registered post only, latest by 26 November 2020 positively. Application forms will be available up to 19th November 2020.
It is proposed to fill up one post of Sanitary Inspector in the National Zoological Park, New Delhi, by deputation basis. Applications are invited from suitable candidates who can be relieved in the event of their selection, duly forwarded through proper channel in the prescribed performer to the concerned authority within 30 days from the date of publication in Employment News. For further details, eligibility criteria, qualifications, experience, etc., you may visit the website www.moef.gov.in.
Applications are invited for the following posts under ICAR Krishi Vigyan Kendra Bapuji Sevak Samaj Santhanpara, Idukki District, Kerala State. One post for Subject Matter Specialist /T6 Horticulture. One post of Driver. Applications should be sent with duly attested copies of all relevant documents as indicated in the detailed advertisement within 30 days of publication of this advertisement in Employment News. For more details, please log on to the website www.kvkidukki.org. Employees State Insurance Corporation, Ministry of Labour and Employment invites applications for 12 vacancies in the cadre of Additional Commissioner on Deputation, including short-term contract basis. The application may be sent to the concerned authority within 60 days from the publication of advertisement in the Employment News. The application form can also be downloaded from the website www.esic.nic.in.
Information about these vacancies has been published in Employment News. There are more vacancies in the journal. If you wish to read about these employment opportunities in greater detail and more, you may refer to the job journal titled Employment News for information in English, Rozgar Samachar for information in Hindi, and Rozgar Samachar for information in Urdu. It is published by the Publications Division, Ministry of Information and Broadcasting, and made available on every Saturday.
With this, we come to the end of this program. We will meet again tomorrow at 4:20 p.m.
You were listening to Employment News. This program was produced and presented by the News Services Division of All India Radio. You can listen to it on a mobile app, News on AIR. This program is also available on our website, newsonair.com. You may email opinion about this program at airnsdtalks@gmail.com with employment news as subject.